They also traveled through parts of South Los Angeles and University Park before abandoning the black Dodge in downtown Los Angeles and fleeing.
California Highway Patrol lost track of carjacking suspect in downtown Los Angeles.
A little bit of an IFB issue, so I can't hear Aroxia, but this pursuit is making its way through the Echo Park area. Now, this is a driver from an earlier pursuit that apparently got out of that stolen vehicle and into this pickup truck, but he seems that it didn't, I don't think they carjacked this vehicle. I think it was more of a, this guy or person was waiting and they swapped vehicles. It's a heavy truck. It's an older Chevy pickup truck, 2500 heavy duty, and he's in areas that are very, very crowded right now. And the decisions he's making is actually making the streets smaller and smaller. On the freeways for a little bit, was up off of Huntington Drive. You know, if you know that area up there, that's a big 4-lane road. But right now, looks like we're getting into smaller and smaller neighborhoods out here. Now we're in the Westlake area. Speeds slowed down. He was basically just kind of staying at 60 miles an hour on the wrong side of the road for a lot of that time. I can't imagine what the drivers that have had to get near this person were thinking when they have this big giant truck barreling down on them coming at them head on. Right now though, they backed off on all the vehicles that were chasing them. There is still a sheriff's ship overhead following him in the air, but all the units on the ground backed off, and I think that was a very wise move. Right now though, that truck is just, you know, probably knows that there's a helicopter above him, but as far as any vehicles behind him, lights and sirens, none of that's going on. And hopefully, and it does seem like it is working. Well, now I'm saying it, but now he's got back onto the wrong side of the road. They just want this guy to calm down a little bit. I think that's one of the big reasons why they do that, back off on the ground and go into a tracking mode. They just want that driver to relax and just kind of drive a little bit more safe. Right now, though, as far as anybody on the ground, there are none. But is it working? You can witness it with us right now. You can see it still keeping up those speeds up here, passing other vehicles. It's getting a little bit tighter. But as far as a destination, I really don't think this driver has a point that he's going to, because he's just been taking random turns, keeps this vehicle moving, hasn't made any attempt to drop it off anywhere. And I also kind of wonder, just because of the shape of the vehicle and the disarray that it may be in, I have a feeling that this person, that vehicle, very important to that driver. So I don't think that they're just going to abandon that vehicle and just run off like we've seen in the past. Right now, though, the pursuit's continuing. Is it a pursuit? It's more of a following, but that driver definitely running from the demons right now in his mind, because that reckless driving continues, high speeds, wrong side of the road, and of course, civilians all around him. This is getting very dangerous, and I have a funny feeling that this one might not end very well.
So, Stu, you cannot hear us, but I'm going to try to set some of the scene here. Oh, okay, can you hear me now, Stu? Okay, I guess you cannot. So we are following this. It is a white pickup truck. It looks like a work truck, but it sounds like the driver, this individual, got into this truck at a later time, because originally he was in a black SUV, and there was a dog inside of that SUV. A passenger and the dog bailed. The SUV was parked in an encampment, and then this driver got into a white pickup truck, which you're seeing right there down below. And it sounds like, from what I understand, that perhaps this truck was there to help this individual out. They came to meet him, so he had another getaway vehicle. So we're still kind of trying to figure all this out. What matters, though, is how dangerous this person is driving on those streets. You see, it is crowded, it is busy. Obviously, there are pedestrians who come and go, right? And this person is driving recklessly, Stu. We've been watching this, and it really is making us nervous. And I can see why you're saying, you know, the police and the deputies chose to back off a little bit, and it's now in tracking mode. This is what we call it when they give this individual some space, because he seems to be aggravated, and say that they don't want to make the situation more intense than it has to be.
Definitely, and that's one of the reasons why they back off when they. I'm sorry, wrong button there. This is the reason why they back off on these when they do these chases, is because they want to basically let that driver kind of settle down a little bit and hopefully not have that feeling that they're being chased. Right now, we're kind of trying to move Skyfox over a little bit. I have a feeling he's on 7th Street or Western. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wilshire. I just saw him making his way down that way between those two buildings. If he makes a turn onto one of the other streets, north or southbound, we're not going to be able to see him right now. We got to move Skyfox a little bit closer to downtown, making his way over to the buildings. I'm going to stay a little bit wider, and I'm trying to listen in on this on the scanner as well, but we've got everything stacked against us today up here in Skyfox, but we're doing what we can, and we're going to make every effort to stay with it.
Okay, so I was trying, when you couldn't hear me, I was trying to kind of set the scene as to what we know so far with information we've been given. If I understand correctly, this is the white pickup truck that this person got into. Originally, he started in a different vehicle, correct?
Hope is a north-south. Yes, this is eastbound Holt, southbound Grand. Right now, I'm kind of trying to make my way to get a little bit closer to figure out exactly where this is.
It's okay, take your time.
Southbound on Grand, so that's Grand right there. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Eastbound 7th from Grand, so that means he's got to be right under us. He's right there. Because that's 7th Street and Grand. I do not see that pickup truck, but that is the northbound Olive. Let's see. That would be the Hope right there. Is that him? Are we sure that's him?
I think so. I think that is the vehicle.
That's not him.
No?
That's not him. Unless I'm looking at the wrong car.
It looks like the vehicle to me, but I could be wrong. I know that white pickup truck had a bunch of stuff in the trunk, so.
Yeah, this one.
Not that one.
This one does as well, but I'm telling you that wasn't the same pickup truck. This one is actually kind of pulling. That's not it either. So yeah, we're going to try to keep an eye on it, see if we can find it. I knew if they made their way over here to the downtown area, it would become a lot more difficult, especially to follow it. And I'm trying to listen in and see if maybe one of the sheriff's ship and or the California Highway Patrol airplane that's out here as well could maybe give out some calls and figure out where this thing's at.
Police pursued a pickup truck in Los Angeles on Wednesday, April 16, 2025. And officials said the driver was wanted in a previous pursuit. California Highway Patrol officers are searching for a carjacking suspect who led authorities on a police chase through Los Angeles County on Wednesday. Just after 1 p.m., several people were reported inside a stolen vehicle, allegedly traveling north on Interstate 710 in East Los Angeles. That vehicle stopped on the side of the road, where at least one person got out and surrendered to police. However, another suspect jumped into the driver's seat of another vehicle, a white Chevrolet pickup truck, traveling north on Interstate 710. The driver was seen erratically driving on surface roads in the Echo Park/Westlake area, driving on the wrong side of the road several times. By 1:50 p.m., The driver was seen speeding along West 8th and Alvarado Streets, heading toward downtown Los Angeles. Once the truck reached downtown Los Angeles, police lost track of the suspect due to the dense urban area. Police continued their search for him via helicopter.